cheddar. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been to prison. Don't boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I work a plan now. Can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. What you talking that funky, dip about my face, wearing that monkey, not that, that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster, down a call NASCAR. My solo no sir, I am not a passer. I will not after any of you fever blistered. I'm the man now, ain't I work a plan now. Can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. What you talking that funky, dip about my face, wearing that monkey, not that, that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. Get some money, 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 get some money.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Now Fields. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
The Eagles at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
The defensive coach is losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Sanders not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Fields. Caught on the slant. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to... Well, the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Third and long, here's Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Boston Scott deep for Philadelphia. This is fielded at the 27. Very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have to... That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
It was Brandon Graham that came in there and got it.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And Howell will throw it. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Haven't been a corner that's worth this salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
So here we go, 4th down. Howell, he'll let this go for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Commanders 14, Eagles 3.
Here we go, Shaq.
They'll run with Gibson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. Touchdown, Washington. Andy Isabella from 6 yards away, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Commanders 21, Eagles 3.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On first down, it's Fields. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once more, Gibson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. 3rd and 1. Hal's going to throw it. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson from 6 yards away. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the rout is on here in this 1st half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And he fires one incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this 1st half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing again is Fields. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Justin Fields taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 28-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Foul to the air on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Howell. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st down, Fields. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Again, Fields. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw is Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the line.
There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson,
as the first half is winding down.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here's Fields.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. This is caught. It's Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Now it's Fields.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Second down, Howell back to pass. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Scott to return it. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Fields. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Howell. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like...
As Sanders has it poked free. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
At the 41-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Second down, Howell now. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. Howell down to throw it. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing up.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make
right at the 40-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On 1st down, Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Curtis Samuel, 40 yards. And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Eagles 10.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 30, 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 83 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Popular down near the goal line, quick slant.
About when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Great stop by Darius Slay to back up the offense.
At the 50-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. Second and 12. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play.
Now the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here.
Hassan Reddick, his second sack of the night.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket, because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12.
Another try after the 1st down sack.
Fields.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
In motion goes the tight end. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
In motion right is Brown.
Fields throwing again.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Fields trying to throw for it.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
A handoff running left is Gibson.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Washington on 3rd down.
It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now throwing on first down here. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Foul to the air on 1st and 10. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, and I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Third and long. It's Fields.
Over the middle to Smith. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Going for it with Sanders.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. In motion left comes Brown.
On first down, Fields.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college.
And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Washington, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here revealing, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all